Hi, my name is Brian McDaniel, and I'm the owner of EasyDownsizing.com. We decided to close our doors as of Monday, which was 2 days ago, in light of the COVID-19 threat. We're in a bit of a unique situation as an online estate sale company where all of our bidding and buying is done via the internet. The only time that we come in contact with customers is when customers come to pick up their items or they come to a preview. And it came down to we could probably get away with staying open. We can control the amount of occupants in and out of the building, much like the ABC stores do, apparently. So the ABC stores are open, and I kind of justified it, hey, if they can be open and control the occupancy, then we can be open and control the occupancy. But the bigger picture was, just because we can doesn't mean we should. So I think it's not only our, but I think it's everybody's responsibility to try to limit the exposure to one another as much as we can. So we've decided to take a bit of a hiatus until we don't really need to worry about taking the precautionary measures to make sure that people do not get exposed to one another. So with that said, I wanted a way to stay in contact with our customers. So what I'd like to do is do a couple or a few kind of educational videos. Maybe not even with our customers, but people who may be interested in buying or selling. Maybe just get a bit of an educational moment on some things that we deal with on a daily basis. So with that said, I want to talk about start with gold, for instance. I'm an appraiser, and people bring us jewelry all the time, and they want to know how much is their jewelry worth. First thing we do is we look at what it's made out of. Is it gold or is it silver, or is it just some sort of garbage metal? So if it's gold, there are several marks on gold, and gold is what I want to talk about specifically today. There's different carats of gold, or different purities, if you will. When you see the spot price of gold, when you say gold is worth, and we're going to use an example of $1,600 an ounce, they're talking about 24 karat gold. Pure gold is worth 24 karat gold is worth $1,600 an ounce. That's not what it's worth. I'm using that as an example. It fluctuates. So then the other marks on the gold will be like 18 karat gold. And if it's marked 18 karat gold, and gold is graded on purity from a scale of 1 to 24. 24 karat gold being pure, and then incrementally up being less pure. So if it was 12 karat gold, I think they make some things out of 12 karat gold, it's only 50% pure, because that's 50% of 24. And when something is 18 karat gold, then that is 75% pure. 18 is 75% of 24 karat gold, 24 karat. A lot of times when we look at jewelry, it'll just be marked 750. And a lot of white gold will be marked 750. And people will see the 750 and not pay much attention to it. Think that, well, maybe that's silver, because sometimes people are used to seeing 925, which is a standard silver marking. It's 925% pure silver. But if they see that 750 on a piece of jewelry, they may not know what that means. Well, that 750 means that it is 18 karat gold, or 0.750% of the 24 karat gold. And that is a great piece of jewelry. 18 karat gold is pretty much the highest purity of gold jewelry that they make. And the problem with making higher purities of gold jewelry is it's soft. Gold is a soft metal. It's not as soft as lead, but it's pretty malleable as it gets closer to 24. Back in the Western days, you would see if somebody handed somebody a coin or a nugget, they would put it in their mouth and bite it to see if it was going to dent. And 24 karat gold is soft enough that you could actually dent it with your teeth. Now, as you get down into the other metals, when you start adding other alloys to it, it's not as soft. So 18 karat gold, a great piece of jewelry, but it's going to be a soft jewelry. It's going to be 75% gold, and then it's going to be 25% other. So what are those other metals? Maybe copper or zinc or some other type of alloy that they'll add to it. It's not going to be a metal that's going to add value to the gold. It's going to be a metal that's going to decrease the value of what it is. 18 karat gold, 75% value of the 24 karat gold price. Then 14 karat gold, it's going to have a lot more additives to it, and 14 karat gold is 0.575, and we'll see a lot of gold that's marked 0.575, and that means it's 14 karat gold. And if you take the spot price of gold times 0.575, that is what your 14 karat gold is going to be worth. So it doesn't mean that unless you got less than an ounce, of course. If you have 1 ounce of 14 karat gold, it's going to be worth 0.575% of the $1,600. You probably don't have an ounce, so it's going to be incremental of that $1,600 value times the 0.575. So 18 karat gold is going to be worth significantly more than 14 karat gold, and then you get down to 10 karat gold. And a lot of your high school rings and college rings are made of 10 karat gold. And the reason why is because that's a lot of metal, number one. So it'd be very expensive to make a big, chunky gold ring with a higher purity of gold, 14 or 18 karat gold. Also, and probably more importantly, if you made a ring like that out of 18 karat gold, a lot of those have a lot of fine detail in it. It's going to say what year you graded high school, maybe what sport you participated in, the name of your high school on it. Well, if it's 18 karat gold, it is going to get mushed down, and you're not going to be able to read it probably after about a year of wearing it. So when you got a big ring like that, it's going to get banged around quite a bit more than something dainty. So they realized that, and they probably did make them out of a higher purity of metals. But they make them out of 10 karat now because it's more sturdy and it's more durable. It's not going to be worth as much as the 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold of the same size, but it's certainly going to be more durable, and it's something you're going to be able to read after a few years go by. So with that said, I'm not going to take up a lot of time on these videos. 24 karat gold is your most pure type of gold. 18 karat gold, which is a lot of the European and Asian countries use 18 karat gold. It's a different color than our gold. If you put them side by side, you will be able to tell the difference. The 18 karat gold is a little more yellow than what you're used to looking at. 14 karat gold is what most of our jewelry is made out of. So it's going to say 14K. Karat can be spelled with a K or a C. When you're talking about metals, it's K, K-A-R-A-T. Diamonds and gems are usually C-A-R-A-T. And then you got your 10 karat gold, which is going to be your least valuable amongst your gold. So that said, what the next video I'd like to make is how do we actually test gold? So if someone brings us a piece of 18 karat, 10 karat, 14 karat gold, and it's not marked, how do we determine what that purity is? Because as an appraiser, we need to know what that purity is before we can give them a value on what that piece of jewelry is worth. So stay tuned. Look for our next video on how to test gold jewelry. Do what you can do to help eradicate this virus, and we'll talk to y'all soon.